Hi everyone, welcome.
Hello, good morning.
Okay, so I think, let's see, Anton, Kai, right. I think we have two new people joining us today. I think that's Anton and Lucas. So welcome to you guys that you haven't met us before. My name's Emma, I'm the workshop leader, and this is Lucy.
Hello, I'm Lucy. I'm Emma's assistant, and we both have degrees in architecture.
Yeah.
So, if anybody wanted to know that.
So it's really good to see you this morning, guys. Did everyone have a good day yesterday? Yeah?
Rest of the day.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Nodding heads from.
Nods.
Oh, hi, Cortha. Nice to see you.
Hello, good morning.
Thumbs up. Let me just rename some people so that you have your names. That's Leo, I think. Hi, Leo. It's good to see you. And we've got Rayanne as well. Hi, Leo. How are you? You good? Yes, good to hear. Okay, I think there's another person coming in, maybe.
Yeah, he's at the bottom. Hello, Anton.
Hi, Anton. It's nice to meet you. I'm Emma, and this is Lucy.
Hello, good morning.
Hello from Anton. That's great. All right, I'm going to get started on the presentation for today. We might have some latecomers coming in, but that's totally fine. Cortha, can I show you my bird? Yeah, of course you can. Can you wait until after we've done the presentation and then we'll have a look at it, yeah? Sounds great. All right, so I'm going to start the presentation for today. We can get going with all the drawing tasks. Okay, so third day of the October camp. Really excited, guys. More fun stuff to come today. So this is how today is going to go. We're going to have the first task, which is going to be to make a house with some openings, with some materials. I know some of you guys have already played around with making a house, but we're going to introduce you to some extra stuff that you can do. Then we're going to have our little break. And then we're going to go on to the second task, which is how to import 3D warehouse objects. So that should be really fun. And then we're going to do the reviews and the feedback. Okay, so let's get started. The first task, to create a house. So we're going to try and make a house model like this, but I want you guys to be a bit more creative than this basic model and really push it as far as you can to create something really interesting and architectural, all right? So we're going to be introducing you to a couple of interesting tools. We're going to teach you how to put dimensions on and how to measure things. So the first step in making a house is going to be to make a rectangle the size of your house. Okay, so that's fairly simple. You guys know how to use the rectangle tool. Try and put some measurements on it if you can, because a house should be pretty big. So you end up with a rectangle like that. But a lot of you guys have been making houses as just like the big blocks of rectangles, but I want you guys to remember that walls have a thickness to them, okay? So we're going to create that wall thickness today by using the offset tool that we taught you yesterday. Does that make sense for everyone? Thumbs up? Yes, thumbs up. Fantastic. That's what we'd like to see. So this offset tool is where the push and pull button is. If you remember, you just have to hold it down to get this offset tool. And then you click on the outside to create that offset. And walls in architectural designs tend to be they vary between sort of 0.3 meters to 0.5 meters. So when you're doing that offset, just type in a measurement that's around there, okay? So type in 0.3 and then hit enter, or 0.4 and hit enter, and that should give you a realistic thickness to your walls that would actually be like how thick the walls are in your house. Cortha, do you have your hand up?
Do you have to do it that thick, or can you do it like a bit thicker?
You could do it thicker if you want. You could do it a little bit thicker. It doesn't have to be totally accurate, but that's just so that you guys have an understanding of how thick walls are in real life.
Emma, I just want to ask, how big does a rectangle have to be in terms of, yeah.
It can
So
be
not the thickness, but the like actual size.
the actual size of the box here.
Yeah, that.
That's totally up to you. I would say to do it like quite kind of a few meters, so maybe like 5-10 meters. You play around with it because you can adjust it as much as you like to make it personal to your own design. Okay.
Okay. Thanks.
That's right.
What I was going to add is you don't have to have it as a rectangle.
Yeah, you can do different shapes as well if you want.
It's entirely up to you. The offset tool will offset a whole shape no matter what the shape is, as long as it's all one surface. So we can explain that more when we go into breakout rooms, but I just wanted to let you know. It doesn't have to be a rectangle.
And then the next thing is going to be to push and pull that offset up. So can you see that instead of just having a big box, we have a box, but that has a rim around it. So that's the wall's thickness. And then after that, I want you to draw a roof on it. So it should snap to the midpoint of the wall. And then you can draw a line upwards and then draw a triangle from that line. And then if you delete the central line, you can pull the triangle to create a roof for your house. I'm sure some of you are familiar with this because you've been making some houses in the previous sessions. And then we can add measurements to our house. So what I want you to do is select this tool here. You can see it's got a number and it's got these lines. And then you just click on each corner and it will tell you how big the house is. And then you can adjust it if you want. But it's a good idea to have those like measurements so that we can see how big it is. And you can do it on as many different surfaces as you want. And I also want you guys to add some openings to your house. I want you to think about windows and doors and things like that. And I want you to think about how you move from the inside of your house to the outside of your house. And you can also add materials to the walls and the floors and the ceilings, inside and outside of the house. And I want you to think about window frames as well, because when you have a window in your house, it's not just a hole through the wall, is it? There's a frame around it. So maybe think about how you might create a window frame by using the offset tool as well. Okay, so I'm going to share my SketchUp screen now with you guys. Did that all make sense for you so far? Thumbs up?
Thumbs up.
Yeses in the chat.
Yeah,
very nice.
Great. Don't want to leave anybody behind, so just keep checking that everybody's okay.
All right, fantastic. Right, I'm going to share my screen now for the SketchUp. So can everyone see this yet? Yeah, we got a nod. So we're going to start modeling like we always do on SketchUp. It'll take a little bit of time to load. Okay, is everyone excited to make the house? Yes, nice. It's taking a really long time to load. Right. So you can create a new one or you can use your one from yesterday. So I'll show you what we mean by you can use any shape that you want. So I've got a rectangle here and we're just going to draw it nice and big. There we are. Oh. Okay, and if I added another shape to it, say if I added another rectangle here. Oh. You see? And then all I have to do is delete that line between them and we get one whole shape. Can everyone see that?
If anybody had difficulty deleting yesterday, you can also use the eraser tool for the lines. It's just more difficult for whole surfaces, but for lines it works really well.
Okay, Amir, so I've just seen your comment about your mouse. When we go into breakout rooms, I'll try and, you don't know how to use the keypad. I'll try and help you with that when we go into breakout rooms, okay? Don't worry about it just yet. But anyway, this is the floor plan that you have of the house, the floor plate. And all I want you to do is go into the push and pull tool, hold it down, and this is the offset tool here. If everyone can see that, you should remember it from yesterday. And then you're going to click there and it lets you offset. And I'm just going to type in 0.3 to create the offset for my walls. And then I'll go back here, do my push and pull, and drag it upwards. Does anyone know how tall buildings have to be so that people, oh yeah, Rayanne, do you want to, you got your hand up?
I think the minimum height has to be 3 meters for 1 story.
Yeah, that's good. So it normally we say that, yeah, 3 meters is a really good ballpark figure, because obviously you have to make sure everyone can actually fit their heads underneath. So if you want to drag it up, you can do anything higher than 3 meters. Yeah, so just type in 3 and then enter, and it will give you, you see, there we go, we've got a building there. And now just what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a roof on it. So you take your pencil and you see here, it takes you to this midpoint. That's where it goes blue. And then I'm just going to put a little triangle there. And on the other side, I'm going to delete that line in the middle. And then I'm going to go to push and pull it all across this side of the house to the other side. And then can do the same on this section here. Do another little bit of roof to the same height, except it's not doing it.
The good thing about Sketchup is a lot of the time it will remember certain distances and heights that you've put in, and you can almost snap them to the same height. So we don't need to always remember how tall something is or the distances between things, because Sketchup does tend to remember those things. So that's a really useful tool that Sketchup has.
Yeah, but exactly, here we are. So you can see how I've got that roof in 2 different directions, yeah? And then if I wanted to put a door in or something like that, if I put in a rectangle here for my door, all I have to do to make that door is to then push and pull it backwards. And there you see, there's a doorway with the wall thickness there, okay? So I want everyone to have fun, all right, with this task. I want you to get creative with the kind of houses that you're making, add materials, add windows, add doors, and I'm gonna give you sort of 20-25 minutes to do this. We're going to do it in our breakout rooms like normal. So I'm going to try and sort out those breakout rooms now for you, okay? Does anyone have any questions for Lucy or anything?
Are we all okay? Did anybody have a play around yesterday after our workshop and do anything else? Yeah, we're getting some thumbs up. That's great. It's really nice to see that you're all sort of experimenting slightly. A cylinder house, experimenting with SketchUp. It just means you're enjoying it, which is really great. And also, obviously, you're learning new skills and new tools that maybe we haven't taught you, but just through exploring the website, which is really good.
Yeah, that is really good. Let me just check. Okay, so I'm going to put everyone to breakout rooms now. Make sure that you join it, okay? So let's start that now.